Meowdy, konnichiwa, Corolla, hello, hello. Oh shoot, celery happened? Oh, that was fast. I'm joined by Rin, who is currently not here. She'll be back momentarily. Celery and the yeah, well, you gotta balance out the good luck with the bad luck. And I don't know if celery is good or bad luck, but it's something. God, get the gel out of your hair. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. You just gotta have really spiky hair like Phoenix Wright, I understand. Do you think that he spikes his hair with hair gel? Very random things. Regardless. Oh, EEG. Oh, I know what that is. Never mind. I see. I don't know, you could use it for fashion if you tried hard enough. Well, regardless though, do I remember what happened since last time? Cause like, I mean, I kind of do, but I'm just like looking at my board and just kind of wondering what's happening. Kind of. Like, I sort of know what I was getting at here, but, what is happening? See other board. This board! I don't know why I made them squares. I should have just connected them, but I forgot. But yeah, I think it was, there are two crimes going on. I'm genuinely trying to recap for myself because I can't remember. But there's two crimes going on. There's the theft and the murder. And I'm pretty sure that there are two kind of separate things, even though they're technically connected. Just because, like, yes, it revolves around Rhonda Light, but it's more so the people around him sort of involving him when he is just suffering, actually. Because, like, the murder one is because he was being blackmailed because he got caught on his first heist. He tried to be a phantom thief and was immediately spotted. And then, so he got coerced into being a part of this whole thing and gets, like, the lowest cut out of everybody else. How's the investigation? I'm trying to recap what it is because my memory bad. So, if I remember correctly, that's what I was thinking there, that he was being blackmailed, what is it? Thinking. If I remember correctly, he got blackmailed, sequence of events. His wife probably saw it, and upon seeing that, because, like, she hates crime and everything, that's why he hasn't told her anything. However, she did have that throwaway line where she's like, but theft is, like, fine. Theft is cool. And that's a very interesting thing to randomly say. So I think she knows, and she just loves him and cares about him, and is trying to get him, like, unsuspected, I guess. So has set up the entire, like, theft thing of the urn in the, well, not museum, but the treasure exhibit. Do I hope, yeah, I'm gonna have to make a new board, I think is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to make a part 3. It probably should be a rectangular board, but it's too late, I've already committed. But, let's see. So, cause, what is it? Backtracking. Cause neither of them knew that the murder was gonna happen. I'm pretty sure. So, Desiree is literally just trying to get the heat off of her husband so that, like, he can't really be blackmailed, you know, of his identity. Because, wow, if they were in 2 different places at the same time, whoa! But because of the calling card that Desiree sent, I assume Desiree sent, the people who have been, like, kind of blackmailing Rhonda Light, so KB, I think. Let me think. KB, thinks that he betrayed them and is working on his own, and therefore we're, like, calling him in with the blackmail letter. I think that's okay. I'm rerouting the sequence of events because the calling card happened first, so I think that something along those lines is what happened here. So a lot of things just happening with Rhonda Light sort of being caught up in the crossfire because he's he's too dumb. He is too pathetic to understand what is happening. Okay. And then there's the Godot thing, which I'm sure will be fine. Okay. It's fine. We have like so many cases to figure out more about the Godot board. Still, this is how you did things. This is weirdly helping me remember things, but also at the same time, you really get to see the inner workings of my brain, my inner machinations, where I am clearly losing it. And don't really make a lot of sense. I did figure out the urn thing though, so that's good. That's good. But yeah. Okay. See, the thing about Godot is that, let's see, if I bring up the Godot board, there are some things about him that don't quite add up. And I already went over this last time, so I guess I'll just kind of skim. It's just that, like, he has legal knowledge and experience, but he's not a prosecutor, so he probably was a defense attorney, possibly. He's someone familiar sounding to Phoenix, who knows Phoenix, and it clearly has some sort of beef with him, but, you know, he doesn't actually know him. So, where does he get the coffee? No, you got a point. I don't know how many brews he has on the side, but he hides it in his disguise, or so I assume it's a disguise. That hair does not look correct. Listen. And the other thing was, I thought he was connected to Mia because Diego was a character that was name dropped, and someone in chat did mention that his Godot's name pronunciation was important, and for a game with no voice acting, that is sort of poignant, in my opinion. You see. And I think that he has connection to Mia because the only other person that would know of Phoenix, or that Phoenix would know of in like the legal sphere, would be people that Phoenix wouldn't have personal connection with. So the only people he would know would be, or that he would know of, but not personally know, would be people related to either Edgeworth or Mia. And Edgeworth did not have friends. You can't convince me that he did. So yeah, someone connected to Mia, probably. And the only one we know of right now is Diego, who apparently died. But Godot also says something about climbing out of hell, so I don't know. Maybe he's a theater kid, but like everyone else in this case. Or maybe he actually did climb out of hell. I don't think he's a ghost, right? It's fine. Anyway, I think I have rambled about this. Enough? Probably. Possibly. Am I in the middle of the trial or investigation? I think it's the trial. Maybe. This is the easiest way to find that solution. It's the trial! Part 4-1. Should I buy more time? Or should I hop in? Could probably. Because I don't know how long she will be, but it's okay. Rin can just jump scare me later. This is me planting the seeds of you should totally jump scare me later. For completely unrelated reasons, I should give Godot a slight accent. I feel like if I ask what accent, that'll spoil things, probably. Interesting. Because, like, I will say, there are some things about Trials and Tribulations that I remember. Not a lot. Not much, honestly. I just remember one of the things, I think, in the last case. So, like, a couple, like, character-related things. I don't remember much about Godot, though. I just know that he certainly do like his coffee. And he brings a saxophone with him everywhere, so that he can play his theme. She's portrayed as German, but doesn't show in her speech. True. I mean, I think that Ace Attorney in general doesn't really transcribe the accent, except for Great Ace Attorney. I think that really is the exception here. I remember struggling with the Scottish. Oh my god. All right. October 14th, 9:41. Hey, Nick! What is it this time? You won't believe how many people are here for the trial. Well, it is a murder case. What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door. Do they transcribe an accent in this one? Uh-oh. Well, I'm sure I will suffer later. I won't. That's a problem for later me, not current me. Next door. Why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atme's trial today. Detective Atme? Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, I don't know if did I write it on my board? But, I'm pretty sure that he's working with KB. Like, he's one of the people who is, like, he's getting a cut of the money, and that's what... Hold on. That's what... Not that, but... this evidence is. Because the actual worth of these jewels is way more than what this is supposed to be. And, the cut that Ron Delight is getting is way less than the prices here. So, it's like... This guy is getting a big cut of it to perpetuate this sort of, I don't know, myth? It's not really a legend, but more like just kind of the idea of a phantom thief. And he also gets the fame from it for, you know. And that's probably why he wanted to get the guy, like, arrested after the guy, quote-unquote, went rogue. That's what I think, anyway. Regardless, he's very sus. I don't think he is Master Mask, but he's involved heavily. Next case is 2 crazy wackos. When do they not include crazy wackos? Everyone has a theater degree. They say they're going to try him as Mask to Mask. Already? That was fast. I don't know, we usually have one-day turnarounds on our cases, so that's pretty par for the course. Boy, I'd love to see Mask to Mask's trial. Who? I know. Who? By the way, where's Pearls? Are we not addressing the random red text? Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore. I know you don't like me. Who? Is it at me? Who? Larry? Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh? Maybe Ron. Yeah. Yeah, ever since that incident last year. Please don't ignore me! Yeah, that's fair. Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning! I already forgot Ron lore accurate. It's like Kellum in Fire Emblem Awakening. Just, you know, cover him up with the shield or something. Funny story about that, actually. I genuinely forgot to recruit him my first playthrough of that game. Because that was my first Fire Emblem game, and I didn't know you could recruit people. So I forgot the canonically forgotten character. Thank you for the follow. Wait, evil scary Larry? Hold on. It wasn't Larry at all. Unless... No one likes me. No one would notice me. Even if I killed someone. Oh, come on. Don't be silly. Wait a sec. You don't mean you're the murderer? Ron Stoppable is quite forgettable in World 2. He is certainly stoppable, yeah. No, I'm just a poor thief! No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Buddy. Now, let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heists. Apparently, Ron Delight is physically capable enough to pull off all of this. Possibly. I'm gonna move my tablet over so I can get to my tea. Hello? I'm gonna see if...
I'm here.
Hello!
Oh
you
God,
are totally good.
Oh
you
my
are
God.
totally good.
Oh, okay.
Welcome in. I bought
Hello.
time by going on about my conspiracy boards.
I kind of heard you in the background while also like trying to absorb whatever my parents are saying at me at the same time.
Oh no.
Okay. All right, I'm here. Hi, chat. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm
You
here.
don't need to apologize.
Canadian. It's within like my very soul to do that.
I see. Engraved in your DNA.
Yes.
But yeah. Yeah, Rhonda Light is being sad.
Oh.
As usual. Kicked puppy.
Is he okay?
Well, he's being convicted of murder, so...
Okay.
And he was being
think that is a-
blackmailed.
Fair reason to be kind of sad and anxious.
He was also, like, roped into, like, a weird heist conspiracy. Or so I assume.
I see. All right.
He's whimpering, but that's just his personality. Apparently. Do you
A
really...
wet dog?
He's,
Sorry.
yeah. No, you're right, though. Call him out.
Okay.
Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible. But today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
Doo-doo-doo.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Wait, I did see day 4 on there. No shot. They didn't count the murder. Like, this should be a fresh trial, right? Because, like, they have this whole system of, like, you know, three days of trial, and then that's it.
I think that's what they do, yeah.
But, like, they wouldn't put the murder on top of the, like, as an extension of the theft case, right? It's an entirely different, like, crime.
Maybe.
No shot.
Oh boy, I'm the judge.
You're the judge!
It's been a while. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Rhonda Light.
I haven't used that voice in a while.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, can I be Godot?
Yeah, go. Good, go for it.
You're ready. Preparation is the last refuge of the weak.
Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
He's got the judge in the palm of his hand. Yet again.
He's got coffee in his hand. What do you mean?
Not yet. He's got invisible coffee.
Wait, what is he doing? Where's the coffee?
It's gone.
Rhonda Light is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all.
Now, I have a conspiracy board, and
Let's see it.
I mean, it's like, what is it? Like, it's on there somewhere. But like, as I gesture at it.
Oh my god.
Look,
Comes
this
in like
statement,
Vine Boom sound effect chat. It's like, boom.
this statement makes sense in this context where it's like Rhonda Light is involved, but he's not the mastermind. He is not the one technically behind it. Because he's spineless and too pathetic.
Same. Okay.
So, I mean, I think maybe he knows. Does he know?
Does he know?
He doesn't know.
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot. What the heck are you talking about?
I keep saying things that get like parroted back at me in like slightly different words.
Huh. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor.
Touch grass.
Yeah. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording.
There it is.
Oh. That's all my statement means. You understand? You understand now, right? Right.
Yes. Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
Wow. The judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. Okay, Nick.
Damn. Well, who's this dude? Ian Bullard?
Yeah?
Oh. The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security.
Yeah, he was stuffed in a safe.
Literally his own security. No surprise there. Oh god.
Ugh.
His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day.
And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That
What?
little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant.
Don't call him that?
That little lost Discord kitten is. the
Oh,
defe-
definitely don't call him that.
Mr. Godot, please. Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness.
I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any
How
given
much?
trial. 17. But the first one is always the best.
Well, yeah, if you're reusing the same beans, then it would be so watered down.
Mr. Godot, your witness?
The amount of caffeine this guy entails.
Okay then. Then let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but
He just shits his pants mid-trial.
I mean, this is why we have so many recesses, actually. I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. I was very unhelpful.
Very.
She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify.
She also wasn't sure what she was doing at the time, Phoenix, but
Yeah,
she
well,
got stronger.
she did real well. I don't know if I trust Ron Delight to... It's fine.
Right. Huh. You got guts, Trite.
all right then, Mr. Rondelite, please take the stand.
Okay, I'll take it with me.
Wow, he does look like a little baby puppy.
Yeah. Wow.
You did it, didn't you?
Immediately. Okay.
Yeah, you did. You naughty, naughty kitten.
No. Thank you for the follow. Anything other than this conversation going on. Wow, your hair looks fake. Yes.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, you want to be Ron? Let me Ron.
sure. Yes. Well, no, that's not true. Yeah, this is why we should not have had this guy.
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
Once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin.
Ah, very well.
Why is he wearing cinnamon rolls on his head? He just has cinnamon rolls on his head.
But he's a cute little cinnamon roll.
Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security?
Did we present the blackmail letter before? I mean, I know it also is kind of motive where it's like, oh yeah, kill the guy that's blackmailing you. But like, I feel like, okay. Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. I'm bored. Come on. Trying to eat my chicken.
Don't think we knew about it until after the first trial. I think that we knew about the blackmail letter. We didn't get to go to the security company until after that, and then we found Larry there. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. Also, my card key still worked somehow. I don't know.
1 a.m. The exact time the murder took place. Oh.
Coffee too.
The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. Strong, drink it up.
Are you drinking the weak right now? Is that what you're telling us?
I'm eating some chicken right now. Out of this cup. Ah, it's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny.
What?
You'd Never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. Before Godot says anything else, please.
We need you to stop being so esoteric, my guy. What? Okay, well, let's press everything. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock was also a bit...
1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct?
It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure.
This man made coffee his whole personality.
I'm on my 7th coffee right now.
What? How?
Yeah.
Oh my god, was it Ami, but with a 1? The urn just says 1 a.m. Clearly, that's exactly what the... Where is it? That's what this urn says. It's actually 1 a.m.
Oh no.
It ordered you there. It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Everything else was just sort of vague.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Stop taking my jokes, Ace Attorney! Oh, of course! They'd say things like, steal this or take that.
Doesn't sound like blackmail.
Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more. Now, what should I do? Don't say any more, presses harder anyways.
No, but press harder anyway.
So, what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000.
Money, eh? Perfect motive for committing murder.
Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway!
Oh, is that right?
I was just going to wait! After all, he had nothing to hold over my head! I had nothing to be afraid of!
You're plenty afraid already, but an important point indeed.
I'm always afraid, therefore you cannot make me more afraid!
Ah, touche. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir!
Huh.
A muddy mudskipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. What in the heck?
Nah, he dies. Death.
I'll just keep going. Just, what were you being blackmailed about anyway?
The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask-to-mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't?
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. I'm not addressing that at all. Just as long as Nessie believes in me. So, that's why Miss Delight didn't believe he was mask to mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. Yeah, despite the fact that you got caught on your first heist and whoever it was that started sending you, I don't know if it's blackmail so much as orders, I guess. I don't know. They would have dirt on you, is all I'm saying.
Can't be blackmail if there's like nothing to threaten you with, no?
Right? You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right.
That's security chief? You?
KB Security doesn't hire really good people.
And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge. Perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say?
This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject? Ooh.
Why he was fired for being not good at his job.
Mr. Delight, please tell us, why you were fired from your job. Well...
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that.
Oh no. Okay, then I take it back.
Defendant, please answer the question.
Oh no, but I invoked the takesies backsies.
On my court.
Oh no!
No.
Well, I needed money.
You needed money?
So I quit my job. That's how that works.
What?
Well, you see, does he love to spend it? It's kind of a
Oh.
hobby.
He's
Not-
into Findom. I knew it. This guy.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
Maya, cover your ears.
I'm 18, Nick.
My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Come again?
Big crime.
KP Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief,
You stole some data and sold it.
I was just following in my superior's footsteps. They do it all the time.
Well, well, well.
Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately. Whoa. I wish I had never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
He sure told you.
So, you admit that you stole data from your company. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact. Please, add it to your testimony.
Can I go and, like, look at the other one too?
Ooh.
Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse, crashed, and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Oh man. Now I know that one.
Oh.
Let's see. Okay, can I press the other thing? Boop, 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 boop. No, I am no longer permitted to press the other thing.
Well, I guess not.
F. Alright. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Desi's hobby, what else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste!
I hate that his name is Ron, chat. Why?
It's because we're right and he's wrong.
He's just me. I'm just him.
Tea Guru, you have question. Does tea taste different if you make it out of soft water versus hard water? Okay, so I live in an area where we basically just have hard water. So, I don't really think I've made it out of soft water. I believe there technically is a difference. However, I think it's negligible enough that it's not gonna matter. But I'm sure that some people are gonna, you know, have thoughts about that.
He's saying he's just like you for real? Yes.
For real, for real.
I also will spend money on my wife. I get it.
But will you commit crimes for that?
Yes. For my wife.
Oh, you despise soft water, so you're... If you don't like soft water, I assume that the things that you make using soft water would not taste good either? Possibly? You know what? Yeah, I think it would... If it has, like, a flavor thing for you that you don't like, then I think it would influence it. Regardless.
So, Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
I think she knows. So it would seem.
Not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples.
Wow.
Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. We better be careful.
But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans... looks at the coffee.
Yeah.
We'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 statements changed. So there was... Wait, did I press this one? Oh yeah, I did. I did press it. This is the one talking about how he doesn't have anything on him that could be used. But, like, we know that there are people who have the details on it. But there's also this one, where Ron Delight was fired for that. Okay. Storeroom entrance.
Here's the one. Start gonna pose.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Wanna aim again.
Buttons.
Oh, there's a lot of evidence.
Yeah, there's a lot. I don't know what contradicts here, though. Buzzer went off. Yeah, because, like, this is gonna come up later, I assume. He's stealing as directed by blackmail letters. So maybe it's this one, where it's like, how could he have been, like...
I didn't see. I wasn't going to cause you for anything.
Did I? I'm gonna press it again just in case. Did I press it? Oh, yeah, I did. Don't want your identity revealed, and he's just like, well, how would he know? Wait, what? Why did it change? Why did it change?
Tisk tisk. Yeah, I'm afraid that reason isn't gonna hold up anymore.
I'm glad I didn't present anything, dang!
Yeah, tricky case.
What do you... I need to remember, I have to press everything twice. What do you mean?
The victim had no proof the defendant was masked to mask. But you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier.
But that was all over once I was fired. But it is true that the fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there was no reason for me to pay up now a whole year later. Is that really true?
What is it, Nick?
Well, the fact that Ron was stealing company data, I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge? Well, he'd get in trouble with his wife, who notoriously hates crime. So, like,
yeah.
I don't think he would
His
care
wife?
about the public, but he would care about his wife.
Probably.
Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public.
Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, he's so bullyable.
Ha! Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow.
What does that mean?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't want to know what that means. That's exactly right?
Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo.
Why are you holding your hand like that? Little lawyer amigo? Stop giving me the thumbs up.
Now, come on, provide some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? His wife hates criminals and cowards.
I'm so confident about that one. I usually wiffle and waffle, but like, I'm so confident about this one.
Because this little guy is a shrimp for his wife.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think, considering that I think that she also committed crimes for him, that they're shrimping for each other. And you know what? Good for them. Maybe. If I'm right. I don't know.
Good for them.
Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What doesn't? I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Of having a certain person find out your secret.
A certain person? Me?
No, Your Honor. Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. But listen to me, my Desi, she's...
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins.
Godot.
Yeah, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
Interestingly, I mean, I think he knows I think he knows the heart of the case. If my theories are correct.
What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habits, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about. Oh,
No, everything is falling neatly into place for him. Don't talk about my Dissy like that, or you'll be sorry.
I'll kill you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, take it easy there.
Yes, he's like trembling.
Well.
I have a knife.
Oh, bailiff.
I think
You
he's about
tickle
to.
him for a little bit.
I think he might just fall on it himself.
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes.
I mean, have you met Franziska von Carver? Clearly, there was a sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect her secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning? What happened at the crime crime?
The crime
What happened
scene.
at the crime scene at 1 in the... Oh my gosh. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight?
Let's be real, wherever Mr. Delight is, it is the crying scene.
In the crying scene. Come now, tell us. We're all ears. And pour me the coffee.
Yeah, your mug is empty, dude.
Number 64. Yeah.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
The hedgehog.
Yeah, and then I died. I mean, I was hit on the forehead.
That's straight up Luke at
Yeah,
me.
it's so obvious, right?
Oh my god. Come on.
It's genuinely so obvious. They should have done like the non-distinct like shadow of a person.
Oh,
So,
I mean, he was already suspicious looking when we met him, right?
Yeah, but it's like at first I was thinking, oh, maybe because he does have like an outfit from the first heist, he took the costume. I was thinking, oh, maybe he was committing the theft there, but now it's just like, well, no, he was at the KB building, so I had to restructure my entire theory.
So, long nose,
Yeah.
smooth, hard, smooth
What?
thingy and bag,
Yeah?
looking ass.
Uh-huh.
What? It's a gun.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I was hit on the forehead by words. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. I wanted to unhear what I heard, but there's no escaping that. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead from the cringe.
Same. I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. You said that Master Mouse struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. But hey, if he did that to someone else, maybe that's where he got the idea from.
Maybe. Huh. No one's gonna believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked!
Well, we'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
That is
Number
assault,
69.
right? You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. He's too pathetic. Okay. Who was this suspicious shadow? If there were 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I'd tell you. Trust me, I watched Infinity War.
His dodging all of our questions is not helping us win his case.
Okay, then how was the victim Mr. Bullard at that time? What do you mean by how was he? Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place. Oh, that's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Forget it.
Helpful.
He's trying his best.
Your forehead. Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack. Do you remember anything about who hit you? I don't know, anything recognizable, distinguishable, like a long nose or a monocle that is shaped like a magnifying glass or something?
Maybe an accent.
Maybe a giant swan on their head. Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit, so I think I was a little dazed for a while.
I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him.
Whoa. Violence.
Oh. Sheesh, not the Kazuma approach.
Yeah.
That? Could you please clarify what you are referring to?
You know what?
Why, my mask-to-mask costume, of course!
Wait just a moment. Master Mask?
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask-to-Mask! No one suspicious here! And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I didn't know that.
Why is this guy LARPing?
No. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I don't know if it's really... Keeping secrets implies that he knows that and is like going out of his way to hide things. I think he's just kind of an airhead. Things are getting lost in the brain fog. Oh, I'm sorry. I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Oh, wait. That's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind?
Huh. My 6th cup of coffee is staring at me coldly.
That fast? How? Your mug is really bad at keeping your drinks warm. Okay.
What if his coffee was already cold?
Man, that's just disappointing. Like lukewarm, room temperature.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
Witness, what the hell?
Witness, what the hell are you talking about?
Why were you dressed up as Mask-to-Mask? Why? Because I'm Mask-to-Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Master Mask trial is being held next door.
I mean, at least that'll make it easy for us to grab him when we need to.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Mask-to-Mask issue. There's a lot of things you can blackmail me about, apparently. So, I thought I should go ask him, just to be safe. Oh, boy. Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected. Took a lot longer? What is he talking about? Oh god, what do you mean? What do you mean by took a lot longer? Oh, my shoulder pads couldn't get past the elevator doors.
It was way down by my costume, couldn't move.
Oh no. He said that he put the guy's body in the safe because he like panicked.
Well, that's a great idea.
That's a great idea. It's a great way to panic. Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. I hate you. Hiding Mr. Bullard's body.
Tampering with the evidence? Oh, what was that? Hang up a second.
My cape got stuck on the door?
No, wait.
Yes.
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Well, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
Don't start playing that music with this!
What? What? Huh?
The answer is simple. When they take them off.
Don't play this music with this!
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Why did you bring out saxophones? Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer?
So you're not as stupid as you look.
Thanks.
His metaphor this time was really something.
I don't know about obscure, actually, but just something.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
I found out, like, yesterday night. Yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony.
He's getting angrier every time he's like, add this to the testimony, add this to the stupid testimony.
God damn it.
Yes, sir. Uh-oh. Looks like a storm front is moving in over the fair weather judge.
Rick, if I knew we were gonna be in a circus, I would have called over Mo and everyone else.
No! Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? The pattern. Well, because it wouldn't fit in a drawer. What?
But
that's not exactly what I meant. When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it. So I made sure they would definitely think I did it.
Yeah. I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
That certainly makes more sense.
Wait, hold on. 10 minutes? 10 minutes?
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it?
Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh!
Because someone hit the alarm. I assume he hit the alarm, to be fair, but
Alarm was
someone
hit
did
at
hit the alarm.
1:02,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Who would stick around for 10 minutes?
Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, and yeah, that's a given, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were?
That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence.
Nice reminder that that's what you do in this game.
Oh, we heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we?
It's not much in this testimony either.
I bet he's still hiding something. Probably not intentionally, but, you know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated.
Oh, he will.
Yeah, he will.
Okay. I think it's the 10 minutes one.
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy. Clearly, the box is the reason. Hold on.
The alarm going off the whole
Yeah. And Larry was just
Slowly hiding the
not
body.
there.
Yeah, Larry was just that bad.
He wasn't there. He was out there getting dumped.
Oh, he's bad.
Yeah. At 1 in the morning, by the way.
Wow.
I feel I should mention he was getting dumped at 1 in the morning, getting, like, punched by a guy at 1 in the morning. Crazy. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
And what might this be?
The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What?
If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way, theoretically.
Yeah. That's what he sounds like? Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there was security personnel in the building.
Guy ran security, he knows.
Yeah.
Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. Listen, this is just logical progression. It's not me predicting things, I swear. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
Objection. But, as it turns out, the guard never came.
That's because Larry Butts is really bad at his job. That's nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a okay, yeah, now I predicted it. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
You really have to lay all that out, Nick? Come on, man.
Now it's on official court record that... No!
Again, remember who we're dealing with here.
Why is he doing this to a supposed friend? Well, his friend is also the reason that things get way more complicated for no particular reason.
It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off.
It's a loud buzzer, but also it is.
Where's my
ad break.
coffee?
Speaking of coffee
Give me
break,
my coffee. Oh, I'll put my grapes away then. I'll be right back.
I will be right back as well. Because unlike Godot, my bladder is not as powerful. Be right- Hello.
Hello, I just got back.
You think it... I hope that he crushes his coffee cups at one point. I think that would be funny.
Doesn't he shatter his cup sometimes?
I don't know. He throws them at
did.
Phoenix, and that's a very funny image.
I could go for coffee right now, personally. Nice decaf, though. Not caffeinated. Just want something warm.
That's fair.
Warm
Man.
and bitter.
Warm. It's so hot out right now.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Well,
Well, where I am.
trying to chill over here a little bit.
I'll trade ya.
Nice cool breeze. It's up in Canada. You gotta come here.
Alas.
The great white north.
Objection.
Objection.
This buzzer is extremely loud. There is no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Ugh. Ugh.
He clearly
Ugh.
wants his coffee. Look at his hand.
Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
okay.
Mm-mm.
Fair enough.
Hang on, I'm gonna get that.
Are you drinking coffee?
Yeah. Fine. Let's hear your theory.
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious? So he fainted?
Fainted implies, like, you know, something more passive not directly done to him. He was clonked on the head. That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what are you trying to say?
Well, it means that someone was there to actually hit him. Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right. Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer.
Order in the court! Oh, sorry. Mr. Wright, this is... Objection. This is preposterous. It was this kid. Rhonda Light is the one who killed Kane Bullard.
I mean, he's not really a kid, but yeah.
Connie Boularde.
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was... the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him.
Then how was the guy knocked unconscious?
He didn't die right away. I can hear you through the screen. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
Duh. Well, actually, Actually, it doesn't say if it was instant or not, but I feel like...
Cerebral hemorrhaging in the head. So, Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
I find that unlikely. I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the alarm? Oh, yeah, because... What is it? There weren't any fingerprints, and the guy wasn't wearing gloves. That was something they specifically pointed out.
Yep, right there. Bam.
Like, who was it that was it Gumshoe that's just like, yeah, no, and it can't have been him because like he wasn't wearing gloves. I can prove it. The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. I am so glad I remembered that conversation. All right. No fingerprints. Oh, the music is gone.
Aw.
I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for, as I just take the entire buzzer with me.
Yep. The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
There's a lack of it. Absolutely not.
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
You need to look at your theater degree because I'm clearly just bleeding into it very dramatically.
Hey.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
No, I'm the one who's clueless.
Aha! This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally, oh hey, the music's back!
Yeah, that's back.
Naturally, he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Or,
Where did the coffee go?
Ron Delight. No, obviously wipe them off.
Why? Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask to Mask. And Mask to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints?
Order! Order! Order!
It would seem. Sip. Sip, sip, sip. I've been
What?
forced to eat a crow. I've been
Wait,
forced to
no!
eat a crow.
Don't!
Say so.
Why? No! Why would you do that? He knows!
He knew it.
Do I go and hide now? What if I just like what if I just like
Sei doesn't want to do the spit take. Surely Rin will. Wait, what's going on? Huh? Huh?
Okay, I'm back
Uh-oh.
now.
The crow has been eaten. Oh, the crow's back. Okay.
You know, like
Yeah?
I'm hiding.
I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is.
If it's up to me, I guess. Let's just go lucky 77777. In that
44.
don't oh god, death? No, not the death.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency why would that person press the emergency buzzer?
Because if the security went up there in time, they'd be like, oh my god, it's Master Mask, who is Ron
Oh my
Delight, and
God.
he killed a guy! Ah! But also he's unconscious, how did that happen?
Oh. Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in any extra danger?
Phoenix?
What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden?
Phoenix Wright.
Huh. Looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
They're on to you, Nick! Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. I dropped them on the ground. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. Because I'm still recovering from the I don't know. It's not cannibalism. He wanted to eat a crow. Sad.
And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right?
The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though the security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond.
Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well then.
Uh-huh. You got some guts. Like that in an opponent. Uh-huh.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
To find out what it did. Yeah, obviously to call the security guard.
That's for fun.
If there's anything specifically very funny, then like I would like the content button.
Oh.
I would like to know. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. Ergo, that was exactly what they wanted.
Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes. Although as it turned out, he never showed up.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. Well, he was
Go-
getting clocked.
Sip, sip.
Huh. What a touching story.
What about that is touching?
You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in?
No, I'm not. I'm saying he was trying to frame him. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. 2 of them were unconscious or dead.
Yeah.
The victim came Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron Delight, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer, very nondescript shadow. Who could it be?
We'll never know.
Never know.
Hypothetically, yes.
Now then. In this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight. And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer. Oh no! Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. to frame Rhonda Light for the murder.
Sip.
Please don't throw it at us. Don't throw it at us. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know it's tempting. Works out.
Order! Order! Order!
He just spit takes across the entire room, so how he drenches us anyway. Like, oh, what the heck?
It would seem. Another coffee. I've been made to eat my words once again.
Yeah, eat words instead of crows. That's the solution here.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Oh, wait. Oh, wait a second. I'm the one and only mask, so...
Nick, you mean the real killer is...
We're gonna drag that person in here right now.
But who is it?
Well, I don't have any solid proof yet, but think back on the flashbacks. And the shadows that we canonically have not seen.
Don't you see? Think harder, or I open your mind.
The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So, the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rhonda Light for the murder of Kane Bullard?
Will they let me just immediately jump to this?
Sure?
I mean, it's based on the shadow. I feel like in-universe, though, that doesn't really track, but eh. We'll see what Phoenix Wright says. Detective Luke Atme. He's the only one who could have done it. What proof is there? Yeah, we're about to find out.
Ace Detective.
Luke Atme?
You mean the mask did it?
But I'm right here.
The other one.
Oh. Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not mask to mask at all. Ha ha. Here we go again. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard. We gotta mix up! We gotta switcheroo!
Whoops. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Even though we're the ones who said that he was mask to mask. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
What does that mean for us?
Ugh.
Order.
Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime? Oh, that's why he probably admitted to being mask to mask.
Yeah, so you
that
can get
explains
off
it.
with it. Yeah. They're not even close. Murder's a more serious crime, of course.
That's also why Rhonda Light was trying to be like, please, I'm a thief. Please just lock me up for thievery.
Yeah.
Except in this case, it's actually true.
It's a capital crime. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment.
With capital letters. Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. Well, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Actually, longer. When Luke Atme,
Oh.
you know.
Crazy there.
yeah. There was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course. The famous detective was unmasked as well as mask to mask.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty.
Mask to Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. Which, we'll get to that later, I promise. But in other words, being found guilty as Mask to Mask was Luke Atme's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. Grand larceny still pretty bad? Yeah, but at least it won't get you, like, killed.
A guilty verdict as an alibi?
That's what I've been trying to do this whole time!
Almost fucked up. You know, it's almost time.
For what?
Go on.
For what?
Or, oh my god. Ow. For Luke Atme's verdict, it was a pretty simple trial after all.
If we're gonna stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Can I present the shadows from the flashback?
Maybe you can. Your flashback light?
Mr. Luke Atmey's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country of Japanifornia. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of its true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Am I really sure about this?
But it's only good when your life's the ante.
That's not a wise thing to do, dude. Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Also, please don't use my life as the ante. Mr. Delight. So, please, I'm begging you. Well, thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Ah!
Jump scare.
Phoenix. Ooh.
Skype ghost phone.
It's the Skype ghost phone. Ghost Skype. There we go.
Ghost Skype.
One of those things. Signal's terrible though. What was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. Don't stray from Miles Edgeworth. Okay.
Right.
Where? Oh God, Edgeworth, are you a ghost too? No, I just paid extra for the the app.
I just connected like third-person call thing, that old phone feature that people used to use back in the day.
So you see, that feature is dead, and that's why it works out. For your client, take the path of trust. Ooh, ooh. That voice, it sounds like... Okay, so is this, like, actually happening, then?
In his head.
Because, like...
He's just going crazy.
Yeah, because in the past, it was kind of maybe it's a remember her words, remember how she would have handled it. But now it's like, is she actually, like, communicating with him in his head?
I mean, I'm not surprised by what else goes on in this game anymore.
He's losing it, yeah, clearly. Does he have spiritual powers? Is he secretly a fae? What's going on?
By proximity, he might be now. Hanging out with Mai all the time.
Apparently being a fae is contagious. Mia? The Magatama? Maybe! Although, that's never been established as one of its powers, though. Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess.
I want to go on the swing. So that's your answer, huh? Very well. I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess.
So he's been getting the ghost calls even before he had the Magatama. He's been getting them since case 3 or 4 or whatever the heck. Yeah.
Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atmey to the stand.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, no break in between.
Magatamago. Oh my God, he's here?
Well, he. Well, Sir Detective Atmey.
Who takes this guy?
I guess I can take him.
Have fun.
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
Oh no, Sir Detective Atmey. You were the one who... bald.
Who are you? Is this
that's
Surfer, dude?
It's like an old... Is he? He looks like the judge. He's just younger. Well, not younger, but you know. That's enough. Bah.
All the judges are just like the same judge, but at various points in time.
Yeah. It's so weird to see this guy.
Yeah, it really... I think it's like the 2 bits of hair on top of his head especially. It's very weird.
I hope they know each other.
Maybe.
This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant, Luke Atmey.
Objection! Hold it!
Yeah. Objection!
Huh.
Hold it.
Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet. Please.
Well, well, Sir Lawyer. Welcome to my courtroom.
This isn't your courtroom.
It's mine now. Oh,
What?
Oh, you're not Canadian. Who's this hoser, eh?
What is his face?
Who's this hoser, eh? Ooh.
It's like me. When I
Straight up Canadian.
I get
Why
I
is
get
he Canadian.
Why are his eyes like
that? Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. Let's play myself. Yeah, I guess talk.
Yeah, no, this expression is kind of scaring me, genuinely.
Yeah, it's missing like the gleam off the eye.
It's also just kind of the very emoji style kind of mouth
Yeah.
there.
Just a staring.
Stop looking at me! Yeah, wow, I prefer the other judge. My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. And I wish to file an oh, thank goodness. I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke at me.
Accusation? You accuse Mask the Mask.
Of not being mask to mask. That man is not mask to mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
What?
Why do you look like that?
What? Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. He's sweating. We
Sweating
gotcha.
dripping off his nose, too.
Yeah, well...
Who's this hoser, eh? Why are you in my trial? Get out of
Just
here,
a
eh?
hoser, but a poser.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to the coffee shop. You guys want to go to Double Double or anything like that?
Payne has an easy trial because he's failing.
He's just there. He's just working.
He's doing a bad job.
Yeah.
My sis? I'm the spirit medium here. What is going on?
Yeah. Come on, Maya.
Could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then, she's still alive. Inside your heart.
Nicky boy!
Oh, my wife. I mean, Ron's wife.
Miss Delight. I don't know, your wife. Is it true that Detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. Oh yeah, side note, Desiree definitely knows more than she's letting on because, like, she knew where to find the urn, which was in his house. She knew exactly where to get it because otherwise, like, she wouldn't have gotten back to the trial in time.
So she's a liar.
I
Perjury.
personally, I believe that she was the one doing the quote-unquote theft to make an alibi for her husband. Didn't work out so well, unfortunately.
Oops. Oopsies.
Yeah, they did have a really cute story for why they're together. Like, it's a meat kind of cute. A meat robbery.
But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive.
I have my board! I know his motive! I know exactly what it is. Okay, anyway.
I mean, why would Detective Atney want to kill King Bullard?
Oops, almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. Whoop, that we'll never know.
What the fuck?
I need to find some solid proof. Yeah, conspiracy boards are not proof, unfortunately. And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later.
Is he in here now? Oh, yeah.
Maybe we cross-examine him?
Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke at me, please. Take the stand.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Grabs the stand and leaves.
Well, well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer?
Ugh.
Yes, I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly.
I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask to Mask.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid even the great Luke Atami has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning.
Side note, I don't know why, but I guess we have collectively made everyone else British in this case.
I don't know, he's got a big monocle, magnifying glass monocle in his eye.
That's what all British people have, apparently.
I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here.
You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as mask to mask.
Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses.
Are you admitting to this?
No, I'm simply looking up. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them.
You only returned one of them. One
What do you
out of
mean?
5.
Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example.
That's your only example. You can't just be like, oh, the list goes on when it's a finite list right there. So, you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Mask Star Damask.
Of course.
Very well then, look at me. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Bullard was murdered.
As one does.
Yeah, where were you at that time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry. I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks.
He's making fun of you, buddy.
All right, Mr. Atme. The night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. I don't like these guys. They're too cool.
This guy ain't cool.
Ew. Yeah, I know.
He's trying to be,
Yeah,
though.
I was stealing the urn at Asmask the Mask just as I announced I would. It's a drinking sound. I'm sorry.
I took a
I
drink.
had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. He's more pompous? Okay. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turns out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Mask was the same time as the murder. There you go, guys. Sorry, I'm a little tired.
It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene.
Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. I mean, we established that, like, it's not the same costume because of the missing, like, thingamajig on his, the brooch thing. And then there's also the fact that the box was over here on the right.
Oh, I see.
And was
I see.
covered up. Well, that's where it fell, anyway.
Wait, is this where this is neither of them? As Desi?
I personally think that this is Desiree.
Yeah,
Personally.
this one might be Desiree.
Just because, like, someone had to, like, because, like, they're deliberately getting caught on the camera. Because if it really was at me, he knows where the camera's pointed. He could avoid it if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
Or, like, delete the footage. It's his program. The fact
I feel
that
like
it's-
Dusty being here, like, there has to be more importance to her.
I mean, you know, not wanting him to get blackmailed out of 50K.
She's just too cool.
Listen, she loves her dork of a husband.
She's great. Love her. Even the great Mask the Mask cannot be in two places at once.
Oh my god, you're so
Simply.
right. He would not be able to put that behind a
1
mask.
+ 1 is, of course, 2. Do you know what I mean, Phoenix Wright?
Congratulations, Luke, at me. You can do basic math.
No, look at me when I'm speaking to you, Phoenix Wright.
I'd rather not.
Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive.
Yeah, guilty of murder!
Ooh.
Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination.
A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool.
Franziska von Karma, you are not.
I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick.
The only thing that's full of it is his alibi.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Let's see.
So this photograph is the proof, correct?
Indeed it is.
And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask, but also does not have your nose. You have a very, very recognizable nose.
Yeah, like what the heck? That is why I am called Mask the Mask.
Unless your nose isn't real!
Ow.
But conveniently, that also means that there is no way to tell who this really is.
What do you mean? Huh. Are you saying that this is not, in fact, Luke at me? It could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Mask to create an alibi?
I want to say accomplice.
Oh, what an interesting idea. Too bad I'm going to jail and I won't be able to do that. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice?
I don't think I have proof at this point. I don't think I have enough proof at this point. I think I know who it is, but like, I'll wait. I'll wait.
Okay.
Just because like, this is definitely a, probably much later down the line, or at least at the end of these, this cross-examination sort of
press
twist.
on the same thing twice to unlock a thing. That you
5
gotta
times,
press twice
actually.
on. Yeah.
If Luke Atme was at KB security during the murder, well then the mask in this picture has to be a fake.
And there really was an accomplice.
But right now, I have no idea who it is. Was.
I don't have any idea right now either.
Like,
I'm pretty sure it has to be her, because otherwise, like, how would she know?
because like she would have known where to grab the urn to give it to the detective, and then it turns out that the detective was never intending to like bring it into the court. She realized that he was being a coward and was pinning it on her husband, so she goes to his place to grab it because she knows that he had it. That's what I'm thinking.
Ooh.
Baseless objections are just what that guy wants. There's gotta be another way, and I'm going to find it.
If it was so easy, why did you get caught?
Oh, I forgot she was here.
Oh yeah, she just, man, poor girl. She has been through so much.
Catch a break.
She really can't. First job since like that whole debacle, and she already is caught up in another court case.
Whoops.
And technically another murder. Technically, tangentially. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point.
That's right. It was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. Well, that would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right?
Indeed. There is no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you? Yes. Evil is what I am.
I'm glad that's on the court record.
Evil.
Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona.
You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here. Is that correct?
Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime.
The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose.
He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up.
And you don't find that weird? He knows about it!
We all have days like that.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all.
Okay, Atme, so either you, you didn't do it, or, like, you didn't do it and you were actually doing murder, or you're just a terribly incompetent, pathetic excuse of a detective.
Excuse me? Judge, you're gonna let them badger me like that?
Disagree with me. I dare you.
Life is truly an Life is truly an ironic thing. A sad blue melody.
Looks like I better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo. I feel like this might be a press multiple times one. Might be. About the camera that took this photograph. Because, like, well, I mean, I think we're about to go into it here, actually, because the camera is actually the department store's, but the program that was collecting all the data and stuff was Atme's, if I remember correctly.
Oh. Oh, come now. It's all too clear what you're thinking. Miles Edgeworth, yeah?
Dang, how did you know?
You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
No, I'm thinking that you could have deleted this really easily.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if you had gotten caught, you would have been like, oh yeah, the one camera that's pointed at this place here. Let me go to my program and delete the information, and wow, nobody went through. That's crazy.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor. And on top of that, who's Lordly Taylor?
That's
just like
the
a
department
place?
store.
Oh, okay. It was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see.
Like,
I
earlier
don't.
it was like, oh yeah, the lack of the fingerprints is the actual evidence. In this case, it's the fact that this photo exists is the evidence. That's the weird part. Looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious. I'm gonna press through everything again just in case.
Okay.
So this alibi is false.
Has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual.
There are two possibilities. Either the mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. I think we're going option one personally, but yeah, I'll just press everything again, see if that gives me anything.
Oh.
Boop, boop, boop. I'll have to go past the thing that's like, oh, maybe it's the accomplice.
Wait, are they? Oh, they talk. Is this new or old?
No, this is the
Okay. I was
same.
like,
I'm gonna pass on this
Alright.
for right now. I'll come back to it, just in case pressing a second time gives me anything extra.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure it's literally just he was at KB and this was somebody else. Yeah, this is the same so far. Skimming quickly. Yep, he's evil. Maya being like, what the heck is he all about? That's weird. Okay. I mean, either that or maybe he actually was working with Desiree, being like, hey, I can clear your husband's name, and then she worked with him and then realized that he stabbed her in the back.
You read all this, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. Wait, see? I knew it! I knew I had to press again! It's gotta be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? Not that I can, like, not with the picture. Like, it's the fact that it exists is my biggest issue with it, but let me see what else is here. Hold on. He doesn't have gloves on, right?
Those gloves are on.
Here? In here? It's hard to tell.
Photo, you can't tell.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell because it's black and white because it hates us. I know the brooch isn't there. Well, my current theory is that, the thing is, I think I'm too many steps ahead again, so I don't know what to go with here. to get to that point. I think that Desiree was working with Atme, either with his knowledge or without his knowledge, to provide an alibi for her husband. So this would be her. And he was at KB security. So like I'm leaning more towards the accomplice quote unquote theory, whether or not it's like a, you know, accomplice is beside the point. But I think the fact that this photo exists is weird, especially since he set up the security camera, he set up all of the things. He shouldn't have gotten captured by the camera, or at least there shouldn't be any evidence of it, because he could have deleted it really easily. It's his program.
Time to bring up that conspiracy board.
I don't know if I have a segment on that here for that part of the conspiracy, but I don't, because the thing is, like, is there something funny about the picture? Yes, not that I can see. It's just like, there's nothing funny in the picture itself. Wait, hold on. There's no paint on that box.
Is that the urn box?
It should be, but there's no paint on it.
Yeah, nothing underneath.
There's no paint on the box, and that's where the box fell earlier. And okay, never mind. I found it. I found the thing. There is something odd.
Sorry, hang on. I gotta sneeze. Oh.
Big mood. Allergies are awful. The trees are evil. The trees did it.
Hang on, it's a triple sneeze.
Oh no! Bless you. Maybe. I don't know when you sneezed. I think Discord is cutting it out, actually.
Oh, no, I'm like muting my mic when I do it.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Still, bless you.
Are you implying that picture's a fake? Also, thank you.
I think that it's not so much a fake as in, like, photoshopped. I mean fake as in it was staged. You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night, before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. Also, the statue isn't here. There's two things. Yeah, that's actually a point. Why move the big statue, right?
Very well, then let's hear what you have to say.
It's been a while since I saved. But, two avenues. I think the one they're kind of fishing for right now is the statue, actually. But I think it's weird that there's no paint on the box.
You present both, maybe.
Maybe.
What do you find so funny about this photograph?
Because, like, I want to present that one, but, like, this is the more glaring thing of just, like, where did it go? Why was it moved? To get the perfect shot, obviously. Oh, actually, if it had been moved, there should have been a picture of it. This is the only record of any movement near this door. There should have been, especially with the angle.
There you go.
The funny part is right here.
Why, this is a blood stain.
Only Flay Danganronpa, my guy.
Ah, blood! Now this case is getting interesting.
Don't get too excited. Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint.
Oh, just paint. And peach colored at that.
Don't get too disappointed.
Peach colored.
From blood to peaches. Judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. Well, sort of, but not yet. The problem is, when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Why did you move it?
Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains?
Yeah. The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated are we about to out her as well for breaking a thing?
Uh-oh.
Please, no, just say that she put it there. That's all you need to say. Phoenix, don't do it. She's been through enough.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna say it. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. Okay, you know, covering up paint stains, that's fine. Just please don't out that she broke the urn. We'll have to eventually, but like, come on. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there the night the theft took place and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there. Oh, it might have been a different day entirely. Wait, hold on. Because it only shows a timestamp, not a date.
That would
Never
be the
mind.
next day regardless.
Maybe, but it's just like that paint stain has been there for 3 days.
Ah.
So this could have been set up at a different point. Which means, okay, I'm gonna retract my Desiree was trying to provide an alibi theory. Tentatively. Sort of.
Right.
But, yeah, no, there's no date on here.
Objection.
But when I went there the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner.
Don't talk about cultural
Old bag. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally?
Whoops, I just tripped and pushed the antique statue out of the way. Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance.
In that case, can you prove it?
Also, the sword that she was holding was like... Anyway.
Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved last night?
Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Probably, they got that picture, then Adrian Andrews moved the statue on top of the paint stain, and then looking at the security photo, they realized, Luke at me realized, I have to move this again, otherwise it's not going to match up. Possibly.
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime?
On the night of the crime? No, he wasn't there. On the night of the crime?
The night of the crime.
Well...
Anyone there
yes?
late?
Because, like, he was at KB. He had to have been at KB. But... I would say it's just, like, who moved it. It's not who moved it off of the paint stains, it's who moved it onto the paint stains, potentially. Because, like, my running theory right now is that that picture was taken before the night of the crime, and then she moved it onto there, probably around that day. And then after that, Luke at me, while quote-unquote investigating, had to move it out of the way again. And also set up the fact that he looked like, you know, he got bashed over the head or something.
Right.
Or something else happened, I don't know. Because, like, that's what I'm currently thinking. I might be wrong on this one.
Who are you gonna pick here? Adrian?
I'm gonna... Yeah, just because it's, like, who moved it. It's just, like, it was moved, but it's, like, kind of a reverse thinking where it's, like, it's not so much who moved it off of the paint, it's who moved it onto the paint. I hope.
Okay.
Possibly. Maybe. Please be right. I think
What do
that's
you
a
think,
no.
Mr. Godot?
I think that's a no.
What do you think? What do you think, Godot?
Wait, but there was no penalty.
A man should be able to answer his own questions. That's what I think. Right now, I'm busy trying to come up with 2 answers of my own. Why is coffee black, and why is it bitter?
So it's about the beans.
Beans. Mr. Wright, to put it simply, you've messed up.
Oh.
What
Try
are
again.
you doing, Nick? You need to think about why that statue was moved.
I am! Good thing about when everyone chews me out is that it gives me time to think, and also apparently no penalties. Okay. Yeah. Wow, literally no penalty. I can present anyone.
Oh
That's
my
fun.
God.
I did it. Okay, beside the point. Because it can't have been him. He wasn't there. Well, unless he went back. Because, like, after 1 a.m. Oh, I guess that could have been it. Wow.
I'm just looking at the faces just all lined up like that.
I guess I could actually say Luke at me, huh? It was just like he went after he did the murder to, like, move the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke at me. I guess it's just a matter of when.
Win at me. Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what? Sorry. Oh
The
my
poison
God.
is working.
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions?
Well, it's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. Now, that's also a fair point.
That is indeed very simple, however... why would I want to move a heavy golden statue?
The reason for moving the golden statue. Here's where our battle really begins.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
The reason can be found here in this photograph. Luke at me, you pretended to be Mask to Mask to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would have been exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. I don't get that metaphor.
Huh. A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Wrong voice. Whoops. Just where in this picture does this thing exist?
I mean, how do I present, like, the Oh, are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry.
Oh no! Don't eat the poison, Rin, don't do it!
No more poison.
It should have a date stamped somewhere. It's like, what is the fatal flaw? It's that, like... Well, it's that the statue isn't there, but I thought we established that already.
Ooh, 3 big health points too.
Yeah, I'm a little worried because, like, I'm pretty sure I know how it was done. I just don't know what I'm supposed to present here. Okay. And I don't have the log to, like, look at the question again. So, fatal flaw. What is the fatal flaw in this picture? It's the fact that the statue isn't there. Because this was taken on a different day, and then the statue wasn't there, and then, and then you had to match it. Otherwise, it would not have worked.
Interesting.
Maybe. Possibly.
I'm like
I don't
a
know
little
which
half
one.
lost on this case. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Wasn't
good.
here earlier.
No, that's
Can
totally
you even
fair.
pick the time?
Well, maybe. It's just like, the time itself is not, like, faked. It's more so that, like, it was just taken on a different day, but I don't know if that's, like, the fatal flaw, you know? Well, I mean, I'm split in a 50-50, so I have 2 chances. Right? What is more
Can't
likely?
see anything else
Yeah.
other than the very obvious nose.
I mean, that also is a very fair point, but if this actually was
Yeah.
him, then he somehow managed to squish his nose into that mask,
Yeah.
which is kind of impressive. But... Because, like, the fatal flaw is the fact that the statue wasn't there, and I can't prove the lack of a date stamp.
Excuse me.
Which one do I go with first?
Midnight 28 at 43. I mean, wherever that was is far away from where everyone else is, right? When the murder was going on.
That's not what I meant to do. I meant to look at my...
Oh.
I meant to look at my... I forgot that... I went to open my court record to look at things. I forgot I can't do that in this game.
Whoops.
Line this photo somewhere around here.
Jumped into conclusions again? I think you need to take a gander in your local mirror.
I went to go and open my files and just, like, pointed at something by accident.
Yeah. Whoa!
Oh no,
What the
I
heck?
tripped and pointed at the thing. Oops.
Oopsies.
Man, I genuinely did not mean to present that.
As the Yiddish proverb goes, a half-truth is a whole lie.
But what about an honest mistake?
Keep lying like this and you'll be the one on trial.
I did it by accident. Oh man, now they're calling me a liar. Okay, fine, I'm just gonna save here because whatever.
Yeah, time to save. Damn, a big hit.
The question is, why was the...
Thank you, I didn't have the question anymore.
Why was the statue moved, right?
There was some reason the culprit didn't want the statue in the picture. At least that's what I thought.
I'll see you again, Mr. Trite. Just where in this picture does this lie exist?
I would think it's the time, actually. Okay. I was right! Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp.
Oh.
This time I
Midnight
trip
58.
and point to the right thing.
Whoops. What do you mean?
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. Well, I mean... On the night in question, Luke Atme went to KB Security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordly Taylor at this time. Is that really where you're going with here? Did I jump too far ahead internally again?
But what does that have to do with the statue being moved?
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. We're presenting it slowly, piecemeal. But, speaking of meal? I don't know. Break.
It's break time. I think I'm gonna
is.
jump here because my parents are almost here, so I'm gonna go deal with that.
Roger.
And then I got to restart my Sumbathon. So
Yeah.
thank
I
you for
know
letting me
where we're
join you
going.
briefly.
Thank you for taking
I really
part.
wanted to voice with you today. I was like, I'm gonna do one stream at least. So
That's
so I
fair.
can be in here. That was very fun. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for-
Do you want to do the thing after you're done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will go prep some things then. For that, I'll see you then. Have a fun stream.
Alrighty.
All right.
Thank you for
Bye.
being
Thanks for
here.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
There we go. Alright, I will momentarily be right back as well. I leave you with Bird. Have fun with Bird. Hello. Man, my chair is really squeaky. And I will grab tea on my next break. But in case I need to do more conspiracy theorying. Okay. I was about to maybe add more. Nah, I'll keep going. Alrighty. But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was this statue placed beside the warehouse? Besides the warehouse door?
Well,
The statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime. And it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Atme had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. Ah! So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous. It's a little bit of performance anxiety. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory. So what the heck does that mean? A long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory? Has anyone ever heard this particular expression before? Is it that the long tail will hit the rocking chairs? Is that what it is? I feel like cats are known for being, like, pretty graceful and, like, and then it rocks and squish. I don't see a cat being, like, rocking chairs squish tails, but cats have really precise control over their tails. I don't get this one. A lot of people surprisingly haven't heard of it. Yeah, I've never heard of this one in my life. Huh. I mean, honestly, I think most of the expressions that they use today, I have never heard of. It can happen? I mean, I guess. You haven't either, but who knows? Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atme had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in his photo. Order! Mr. Atme, is this Rin? Oh, whoa! Oh, woe is me. One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? Oh, that's a good... Wait, hold on. I mean, I would imagine then that it went off because he was moving the stat. Well, no. I mean, right. I already said that the data itself, the program was his. So. Ooh, what's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. Thank you. I'm glad we finally brought it up. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Order! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? Oh? Are you gonna spit take again, or? Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I've promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm still good till the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point. A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points.
I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
So, you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied. Which is? That it's only a possibility. Oh, good, we're doing that again. That's an interesting theory. Provide evidence. Gotcha. But anytime you present a theory, you don't have to provide evidence at all. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask.
Yes!
There's no funny business in your actions as Master Damask. There should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So, let's hear it. Ron has cornered himself. Ron made some decisions that night that he really should not have.
Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. Why did you steal it?
This is gonna be all lies.
I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box and zvari! It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At least I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. That's pretty much all we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave.
You're right, Rin didn't even get to say Zvadi once.
Unfortunate. We gotta make her say Svati later.
Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time?
Mistake implies an accident. He's purposefully concealing information from us. Svati!
Very well then. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Let's see. Why no Svati? Because, Atme stole it, like everything else. He stole the crime, he stole the time. You were asked to guard the urn by Ms. Adrian Andrews. Is that right?
Indeed! It seems that they had heard of my
Svarkling? Really?
Svarkling reputation!
I see Ms. Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You'd better watch out too, Maya. I've seen the people that have tried to... Anyway. We don't need another salmonella. Yeah, no, actually, you're right. Atme did just say it like 5 times, but only when I was voicing him. Dang. He just hates Rin specifically, apparently. You mean this box?
Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me.
Did Atme steal my heart? No. Absolutely not. Huh. Interesting new tidbit. So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before?
Indeed! You may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, look at me! Let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers.
You mean this calling card?
That's right. That is, without a doubt, my calling card that I made, definitely. I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all.
Of course, because Atme knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. To be fair, though, it didn't have value. Can we still present that? Hold on. Does it still say that, like... it doesn't say anymore. Then no one entered the basement warehouse.
Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and
out of the warehouse. Okay. And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed! To be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much.
Hey, Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken.
I don't think that was the right box. That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. Oh, wait. Isn't it, like, in this picture? It's, like, advertised everywhere. How did you miss it?
Not a lot to go on, is there?
The detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination. That he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime.
All right then, how do we do that?
There's one thing that Atme stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it.
We need to prove that he's lying.
Yeah, like, he had to have seen it before. This one. Listen, I have so little health. I have so little health left.
Hello!
I am pretty sure it's this because, like, this was literally everywhere. There's no way you wouldn't have seen the urn before. Otherwise, you know what? Let me just double check. Let's see. This isn't gonna help us, and he did say that he saw it on that night, so... The only health point that matters is the last one. Sometimes they take 3 away. So that's, it's Schrodinger's last health point. I really do think it is just like... I do think it's this. Really? But he would have seen it before. Oh, I guess he's saying that he wouldn't have seen the actual thing itself before. Fine. Fine. I'm trying to get him on a technicality. Bleh. Meh. I'll look at things again. Okay. How would he have not... I mean, I still think it's weird that there's no paint on this box, but that's beside the point. What would prove that he had seen the urn? Not this one, clearly. Although that pink is certainly glaring. Found in the shadow of Amife's statue. Right. Although, that's not gonna help with this particular one. I can definitely see where that'd be useful later. Unfortunately. Broken and repaired 2 weeks ago. That's not gonna help here, that's not gonna help here. This is all stuff for earlier. This one? Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box. Kept out of sight. But... he wouldn't have seen this? She dropped it 2 weeks ago, when she knocked over the paint. Like... is it that... do I get to point out the paint stains now? Maybe? Because there's no paint stains on it. Well, the paint is here, so it's to prove that that's not what they're trying to prove here, though. Because what I would have been ended up doing with the paint thing is that, like, saying that he just didn't have the urn, which is not what we're trying to prove. We're trying to prove that he did see the urn before that night. And how the heck? Ah! Maybe it's this one? Because it literally says the urn. I forgot that I could read this. Okay. Mr. Atme, if you really are Mask to Mask, well then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course! Do it, read it back to me. Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask to Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here. surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. Oh, this actually differentiates it from the other picture because, like, this is post Adrian Andrews breaking the thing. That makes sense.
Yes, that is true, but so what?
Oh, we're about to out her. Oh no, we're gonna out her. This poor girl's gonna get fired because of us. She just found a job again. After like, what, 8 months? 7 months or something? Oh no, I'm so sorry, Adrian Andrews. You don't deserve any of this. Truth be told, there is no way that Mass Damask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains.
Paint stains.
And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse— oh yeah, rest in peace is Adrian Andrews. Like, last time it was more, like, mentally traumatic. This one is just kind of, I don't know, the credibility of her job, I guess. Are we gonna make it harder for her to get hired, is what I'm saying? Because, like, here's the thing. The urn doesn't have value, but, like, technically, it was her responsibility. Lordly Taylor is gonna get mad. I do want to say, though, that they should have put some type of, like, foam or something inside that box to make it so that, like, if it did, like, rattle around, it wouldn't break. Because, like, it's clearly already cracked. Beside the point. Good thing the boss is dead. But that's not the boss of this place! That was the boss of KB. She's just screwed. The urn was broken due to a human error, or should I say an error-prone human— Phoenix! Why? She's been through enough! And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. You can't be serious. And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Not gonna let go. He's not gonna. This is just really petty, is actually what it is. Oh man. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. Ugh. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of this murder no longer holds water. It's like a cracked urn, if you will. Yeah, needless shade. No, definitely, though. The heck was that? Became a duck.
Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
All right, that did it. He's broken. Like that urn that Adrian Andrews dropped. Apparently, I'm just gonna keep throwing shade at her for no reason.
Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
Huh?
He's drinking more coffee.
It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days.
Conviction, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Mask Damask, and now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
That's a good point.
What does it— whatever. No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that? Yep, there it is, motive.
An excellent point! Motive, Mr. Wright, motive! Might you, my merry murderous motive, manifest? Nick, he's getting a second wind. He's making alliteration now.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Rhonda Light as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for the murder.
The only one with any motive we've seen is Rhonda Light. Isn't that right, detective? Indeed! According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. But you do have motive, according to my string and... Okay, anyway. Actually, did I write it down on this one? Wait, hold on. Did I write it here? It's somewhere. It's somewhere in the sea. Regardless, he was working with KB to find the motive, but actually physically find the motive, because I've lost it in the sea of information. Although, actually, hold on. I should actually update this, because... Hold on. So, first of all, I still think that she found out. I don't know if she was actually giving an alibi, per se. I do think that it's still part of it, because it's weird that she knew exactly where the things were, still. It's a little odd. Question mark. Okay. But, I mean, already confirmed that the picture was taken on a different day. So, Luke at me was the one who was... Oh god, where is it even hiding? Is it in this one? Who is Mask to Mask? Well, apparently it is Luke at me. Kind of. Kinda. Luke was in league with himself, and also KB. You know, I'll write KB here, too. KB. Who is Mask to Mask? You, and where's Rhonda Light hiding? Here. These three. Kind of. Sort of.
It's not blood.
Don't worry about it, it's just red paint. Okay, regardless.
Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were.
I'd be honored to, sir, old timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Well, I'm just gonna have to hope that he lets something slip, because, like, none of my theories actually have evidence backing them up, so... Yeah, Ron has already done a great job incriminating himself. Luke at me, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Mask to Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Betrayal? Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. Oh, the data theft. The defendant truly believes he is Mask to Mask. That is why Mr. Delight sought fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy. Verily.
So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant.
Well, this is the, green mail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What?
Well, at least we got confirmation on that one.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
Wait, does this say anything else? I can still read it.
Ooh, wait!
This wasn't sent to Ron Delight.
This wasn't sent to Ron Delight. Because the only person who has a red diamond, and I did note that that was a little weird earlier, the one who has a red diamond...
Hold on, I'm pulling at the... Hold on! Wait. Where did I write blackmail letter? This one. Blackmail letter. It was not there. Where did I put Luke at me in here? Luke at me is somewhere. Oh god, where did he go? I'll write him again if he's here, fine. Hold on. Luke at me. This was written to him because of the red diamond. What the hell happened to the board? I decided to cook and now the ingredients are all over the kitchen. Red diamond. Here we go. This is the usual state of my mind. Well, that's not entirely inaccurate. My brain kind of jumps around between points, and this is why these are, I guess, interesting. The inner machinations of my brain is just a hamster, not just going burr on a little wheel. It's like hitting the wheel and like bonking itself and just kind of doing like the Windows screensaver thing. It's it got hit by a smash attack in Smash Bros. And is just hitting all of the walls of this box. Anyway, this was written to him. I don't think I can prove that yet, but it was written to him. Okay.
I don't believe you.
And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. Huh? After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atme and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report.
So you were incompetent! Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security.
Nope.
That was blunt.
In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight.
No, he wasn't.
I'm surprised it got to him anyways, though.
Mistook?
That's right, a mistook. From the Old Norse, mistaka, meaning to take an error.
Mistaka? Eh, whatever. You would say it wrong. That wasn't what I meant.
Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be?
Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course. Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Punch him! Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Mask to Mask? Have you seen his outfit? He's just cosplaying. Don't you already know that? Zvari, take a look at this newspaper.
Oh, that's the famous Tear of Amenon. A magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant.
The defendant?
The victim clearly misread this article and Zvari, he got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Mask to Mask.
I see.
That was an unusually reasonable deduction.
Okay. You mean this blackmail letter right here?
It says, bring $50,000.
And the handwriting is, without a doubt, the victim's. There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it.
But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere.
An addressee? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder...
Phoenix, wonder harder. I got there. You can do it.
What's up, Nick?
I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight?
Oh, do you have any evidence of that?
For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling. It's the diamond! It's the diamond! But there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? Am I allowed to present it? Well, we'll see. Maybe I have to press it again. What do you mean by that? Oh my, I was certain you were already aware. Zvari! KP Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies, and since I was a security team chief, I stole data from the company.
Kane Bullard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief.
Here's a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through blackmail.
However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money, even though he wasn't actually Mask to Mask?
On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance. Do you really think that story is going to hold up? That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean? I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Uh-oh. Ronnie thinks he's masked a mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Well, Mr. Trite. Was he trying to act like Ms. Delight just now?
I thought he was actually pretty convincing.
That was an interesting thing I had to do there. Alright. Now that's just your imagination talking. Come now, Sir Lawyer! I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of carefully applied reasoning.
Can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves?
Is the careful reasoning in the room right now? It's a long story and better saved for another time.
Very well, another time.
Those so-called long stories aren't usually all that long. At least not in my experience. An aurora borealis at this time of day, at this time of the year, so localized entirely within your kitchen. Can I see it? No.
So, you're going to try to connect Detective Atme to Mr. Bullard, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either.
In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail.
That's true. Was that blackmail letter really intended for Ron?
Since we don't have enough information, you should press him for more testimony.
Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. I think I have to press things again. I'll just go through everything again.
Miss Took, that's crazy.
I'm just gonna press them again.
Yes, yes. I wish I could just mention the red diamond, but it's not actually mentioned anywhere.
Okay, it's probably just pressing this statement again. Okay, bring 50,000, handwriting is correct. Address C is odd. I wonder. Okay. Do I have to actually... Okay, I'll press everything. If nothing shows up, then maybe I should actually present the letter. Because I know what's weird. Okay. Yeah, because this is drifting further from the point. Okay. Oh, wait! That's different. No, it's not. It's just doing his impression again, never mind. Last one. Okay, where's the careful reasoning? It's not in the room. Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna save again very quickly because I'm... Sure. Guess I have to present this. I'm pretty sure it's literally just within this letter. It's the fact that the red diamond was like talked about, and the only one who has that is this guy. Nice. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme?
Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's all right.
When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction! I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. You're one to talk. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Come on, put 'em up, let's fight. Why don't you try to show us what you got there, Junior? Okay, he was definitely a defense attorney. Because, like, Junior? Junior?
Indeed. Time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter.
Do I have it?
Does this newspaper say no?
Which one says something about a red jewel? Which one says it? Shoot. Is it on him? I mean, he's wearing the red jewel right now. I'm glad I saved because it's like, he is showing it off. He's like, do I present his profile then? Or am I supposed to be like, oh yeah, in the newspaper clipping because he got that jewel for returning this one, right? I'm pretty sure, like, cause, if I remember correctly, that's... Wait, no, he got the red diamond in exchange for the one that he No, yeah, it should have been that first one. He got that in exchange. It's literally on his hand, yeah. But... Okay. I was just worried that it would be like, well, technically you should have presented evidence and not the guy. A little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even faze me. I think you mean 1-2 punch. Actually, I think you mean 1-2 punch.
Mr. Wright, try thinking things through a little more before... See?
Okay. I was right. That doesn't count. I'm gonna go present the newspaper now because, like, it felt... Like, he's wearing it, and I think... you know what? No, like, that's a totally valid way to think because, like, I thought it too. That potentially could have been it. Well, I'll just save. We live with 1 HP. Live on the edge. Worth. Ouch. Sure felt that punch, Your Honor. Anyway, let's try reading the blackmail letter one more time. Like, I know what it is! Phoenix, I know exactly what it is. You.
I know exactly what this is.
Yeah. Whoa, contradiction. Crazy. He wants us to fight. I'm gonna say right here, actually. Okay. So. I'm going to think it's the newspaper then, because, like, I'm not allowed to read the newspaper, unfortunately. But, like, is this where it would have said that he was given that in exchange for returning the jewel? Okay, I guess it was written in there. It's too bad we're not allowed to read things. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. You can't even read the words on it. We'll just have to look at the pictures. It contains a picture of the Tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel.
Ooh, what about it?
The problem is this jewel's oh, am I saying that the jewel in question is not... Okay, I'm saying that the Tear of Emanon is not the correct one. Ah. I guess I have to prove that first before going, hey, what's that thing you got on your finger? What's that funny ring that keeps shining in the light and keeps blinding me like an LED headlight in this day and age? Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. Everything is just a very vibrant red. Look at my visor. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day.
Red!
Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Mask the Mask stole at all. And your point is, Mr. Trite? So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else. That is what you're trying to say. Right, Trite?
That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright?
Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes, why did you all do this? Why are you all putting me on the spot like this? This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing. Now I can do it! Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? Then don't wear your evidence on you. You have been personally involved in every single mask-to-mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen. Oh, it was the previous one, not the Tear of Amenon case. Okay. And received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. It's not really much of a diamond shape, but like... That red diamond ring! That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you.
Order! Order in the court! Order, I say!
No order! Seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh, I don't like the way he said that. He's gonna throw coffee at me again. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke at me? Are you for real? Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Gotta throw hot coffee in my face. Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. You don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atmey's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? This is your job! Why do I have to figure it out? I think I figured it out, but still! Atmey killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atmey... I'm living on a health point and a dream. The identity that Luke Atmey wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as... Like, how do I say that Mask to Mask was actually a group of people and not just one person? How do I say that? A blackmailer? I guess a blackmailer, because he's blackmailing Ron Delight into, like, committing crimes. Is that what it is? Luke Atmey was a blackmailer. Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atmey. It's like, you know those chain emails that you get? And you usually don't send it? Well, he sent it this time. He passed on the blackmailing. Are you saying that Atmey was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atmey. But Ron Delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Amenon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Ron Delight was actually Mask to Mask.
That is what we are claiming. Better coerced theft than murderer, so. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atmey.
Shh! Silence!
Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you? Phoenix, don't admit to it. You say that I, Luke Atmey, was blackmailing Ron Delight, in which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask to Mask. Well, yes. Brondelight started receiving plans from his second crime onward. Correct. Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During that first crime, how did Luke Atme know that Brondelight was masked to mask? Are we back? Aha! Need a refresh chat. Chat needs to exist again. There we go. I got so nervous that my internet cut out. Incredible. But yeah, I'm looking at this and just like, I need to remember how he knew. How did he know? How did he know about this? Like, I know that he caught him, is the thing. I know that he caught him, and I know that he, like, took his outfit, too. But, like, this isn't it. How did he know? 'Cause, like, he was there. And Ron is bad at this. And Ron is really bad at this. He just dumped his outfit into the trash can, but I don't know if I have proof of that. And yeah, it wouldn't be any of these. It wouldn't be these because we're talking about like an older thing. Like I almost accidentally hit present. That would have been really bad. It's just like, this is the only thing that relates to it. It's just like, how am I supposed to prove that though? It's just like, I was told that he has his costume, that that Brondelight threw out his costume into the trash and like he found it and pieced together that it was him from that day. But like, this isn't proof. Is there something in here in this picture that like really proves it? It looks like Gru at this angle. Bad end Gru. Oh god, his hand looks like it's melting into the flashlight from this angle. Yeesh. Does he have anything on him that proves that it's him? He's gotta steal the room. Oh no. I only have 1 health! No! Because this was something that was found on the day of the crime, so it's not from there. In terms of health, we have none. We're on life support and we're having a bit of fast food. It's gotta be this one, right? Cause like I don't have much evidence that like relates to the first crime, like at all. Oh god, I'm so ready to reload. Well, rest in pieces, everyone. Wait, am I safe? I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? You just keep saying, look at me, look at me. This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Brondelight in his guard uniform. Apparently bluffing worked. It seems that Mask to Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. A trash bucket, trash can if you will.
That That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Ah, but have you met Ron Delight? Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, mask to mask, was really Ron Delight.
What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Master Mask?
Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective.
Can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer.
What a fraud! Trying to pass himself off as an ace detective.
Why, you! How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I've sent it in green envelopes. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and also mask to mask.
Why can't you understand that? God, the facial expressions in this case have been terrifying. I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why, you! How dare you even dare oh no! Can I fall to such lowliness? Why not say anything? Concern yourself to those big mouth of yours. I say none of you can compare to my genius. You're all just jealous. So go on. What? Oh, so go on. Discriminate. Ace detective cannot handle blackmail, murder threats. I'll get away with all this. It's enough to make one laugh.
I saw Goon, but it was go on. Amazing. Why did you talk like this, sir? Would seem we've
finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme.
Yeah, I thought it was too easy. We haven't used every bit of our evidence yet, so, The hammer that strikes too fast. There's no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
But that's my job.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Tried. What do you... It's true, and you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer. And that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder. That's right, that's why he's the one who killed Mr. But... there's still one thing you have yet to prove. Yeah, we provided motive, we provided the means. We didn't actually show that he did it. So,
What's that?
just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB Security. Then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way! But yeah, no, I do agree. He is a pathetic excuse of a man.
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright.
Don't mind me.
This is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Buller's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough. Mr. Tried, I want to hear your answer. You gave me like 5 seconds. Come on, dude. That night, Luke Atme was at KB Security, and the defense...
Do I have proof? Do I have any proof that he was there?
This was not, this was found at the scene of the theft, unfortunately. How am I supposed to prove that he was there? I don't think I have a way to prove that he was actually there right now. I'm gonna go with can't because it feels like one of those, we're gonna have to just talk our way into it and show that it was plausible and wait for the guy to slip up. Cause like, I don't think I have anything definitive. I think I saved, so. What time was the crime? It was at 1 in the morning, if I remember correctly. So. That was at 1 in the morning and this was also at 1 in the morning. Yeah, at 1 a.m. From blunt trauma to the head. So like, but that's not really proof that he was there per se. And the guy was also wearing like gloves, I'm pretty sure. So we can't exactly establish that like he was there from fingerprints or anything like that. No, that's totally fair. I'm just here to struggle through it. I barely remember anything either, so I'm gonna say no for now, and then, you know. I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
Does that card show the time again? But if we hear more of Detective Atmy's testimony... Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Tride. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atmy is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as mask to mask. No. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. Love wins, but I don't think that's really applicable in this situation. I am the ace detective as well as Mask the Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delight will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Order. Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
Okay, that's why it was brought up earlier. This is probably him saying, yeah, no, technically they extended the previous trial to this one, so it's actually, this is our last day. By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law. That is... No, it isn't! Double jeopardy? Isn't that from a show? Isn't that from a game show?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime.
What? You can't be tried for the same crime to... Oh, I see. Is it actually called double jeopardy, though? Please don't tell me that's actually what it's called? You know what? That's actually... No, that's amazing. That's hilarious. Okay. Sure. Also somebody... I see.
This is a fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Atmy will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which means...
He will be innocent as far as the murder of Cain Bullard is concerned.
No way!
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmy's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Cain Bullard's murderer.
Ah.
Objection? Hold? Oh, nope, he's having a moment. Can't believe that this breakdown is hereditary. Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Is it time for Ghost Skype? Is it time for Mia to walk in and bonk him on the head? Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atmy, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections?
Can I object? Not Phoenix Wright, but me?
Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke at me.
Maya?
No?
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you?
Oh, it's Mia! She's channeling Mia right now. Phoenix, raise your head up high. Also, Mia has absolutely been listening, given that she was able to continue that little joke. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. That voice, no way! Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia! This is the true power of the Kurain channeling technique. Oh, have we not? Oh, I guess we haven't done that yet in this game. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm wondering if Godot will notice if you know, my little Godot board is correct. You know, like, okay. You know. Maybe. Your Honor, just now, you said something very interesting. You've cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Oh! Am I allowed to cross-examine this? Well, no, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Mask the Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor? Guys.
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot?
Hello? Nothing. Oh, yeah, I think he knows. I think I'm right. I was right. Edgeworth doesn't have friends. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep dragging him like this. Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods would do anything to me, look at... Let's hear it. Oh my god, he's agreeing. He's only agreeing because it's Mia. Why do you hate me? It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you?
Very well then, Mr. Luke at me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declare the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. Oh boy.
Indeed! It is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied to skive off of my work. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there.
He shouldn't know that. Because the key card and wallet was given to us by Larry. He shouldn't know that.
I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once.
He should know that. Larry was too incompetent and only figured that out, like, today.
The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. The Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zvari! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
But you shouldn't know any of that information. Oh, well, right after that testimony, I believe probably the last break before I think we can finish this case, honestly. This feels very final. I will be back after this moment. Alright. And I will leave you with Bird. And Conspiracy. Nope. Well, that's fine. I'll leave you with Bird.
Hello.
I'm trying to think about how Godot is Diego, because like he was confirmed like dead for like a year or something, right? Because he was like poisoned to death. How? I'm sure there will be an answer, but like, all right. Well, this testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well, except that he shouldn't know that information. Like, it holds up because, yeah, technically, kind of true. Someone channeled his spirit too. Oh my god. Wait, no, that's actually, hold on. That's actually a very fair point. No, I think you're right. Someone must be, sorry, I'm thinking, because I've played Spirit of Justice and I do remember the stuff in there. That's not unreasonable to assume. But who? It's not Pearl. It's definitely not Pearl. Who is? Okay. Wait. I think we bring this out one more time. I was not expecting to add to this. Okay. Hold. Ah! Okay. How is he here? It's Mystic Ami. Mystic Ami just likes to meddle with things. She's just bored in the afterlife. Dead? Alive? But if he's alive, then like, how would he have been proclaimed dead? Proclaimed dead for a year. So like, I don't think he's alive. I think it's more likely that he's actually dead, which means that he's being channeled. Is there 1 or 2 L's in that? Ah, whatever. But who? Oh, I should probably make them red strings because that makes more sense. Okay. I'm pretty sure that like he's being channeled. If he is being channeled, then who's doing the channeling? It's not Pearl. We've seen them in like, right? Wait, have we seen Godot and Pearl in the same room? I feel like we have. Right? Right? I know it's not Maya. Pearl? Yeah, I really don't think it's Pearl. This is really a, have we seen these two characters in the same place? Except actually non-ironically. My actual guess, though, is Misty. She's been missing. Specifically missing. Not dead. Missing. And I think that that's important. Missing. Not dead. So, maybe he's being channeled. I don't know why. Why though? What reason would he have to be channeled? And to do all of this? I think that's gonna be the next big thing. Why would he come back? It can't just be to assess and like check on Phoenix. And like, oh, how is he carrying out her, like, Mia's legacy? Because like Mia has just been popping in and out. What reason would he have to do that? Like, I would think that that's weird. He wanted to see his girlfriend again, but she's also dead. So like, that's weird too. And like, we solved her murder. It's kind of done, dealt with. So why would he actually come back? There's something else happening. And I bet it might, if we're talking about Von Karma can't channel people. Like, it's a very specifically Fae thing, unless like the Von Karmas are related to the Faes, which I don't think that's correct. Like, I don't think that they've ever like, it'd be funny. But what was it? If if the channeling is involved, if channeling is involved and the Crime Village is involved, you know? If that's the case, then I feel like it's going to involve that little plot hook thread from the second game. And Morgan is going to come back somehow, and this is related, and I don't know exactly how, but Halo, stop channeling him. Or at least tell me why. I'm going insane. Alright, anyway, this testimony has...
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything.
What channel is he on? 102.7. But of course!
But how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me. But they didn't... No wonder we never showed it to Gumshoe! We never gave this to them! I was so annoyed about not being able to present this to Gumshoe, and now I see why it's important that we didn't. Because he shouldn't know this. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
We cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec, just one chance? Seems that the party's about to begin. Well, Phoenix? There isn't... Well, actually, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with the testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix. Pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Cup number 17. The last cup. Did Mia really need to be here? Phoenix needed the support, and Godot needs the trauma, you know? Seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it. Okay, the way they're wording this sounds like I only have one shot. I have to choose carefully. Godot would not. Yeah, he wouldn't have. Remember, you only get one chance.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination.
Okay, I'm gonna save because I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to press everything. They made that point very clear. So, let's go to that one about the buzzer, because there's no way he could have known about that. Okay. Because this one... Well, I think this one's also weird because, like, Larry gave it to us. But we did present it the day before, and then I guess the police would have had it. So, I think it's this. Ooh, yeah, I was right. I would not have been allowed to press anything else. Mr. Atmey, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this scum was in Kane Bullard's office that night. Does it prove he was there? Well, how else would he have known that it went off? Because, like, as far as the police were concerned, Larry gave them a bogus report. Larry told them that no buzzer had gone off that night. So, like, the fact that he even knows that that happened is a little odd. I'm guessing, though, that the game does not want me to do it this way. I think I'm about to lose here. Rest in pieces, y'all. And now, it's time for me to drink my last cup. What the heck?! Boo! I feel like that's a fair point, though. He shouldn't know that information! It's inference? Oh, come on. It feels really obvious, though. Okay, fine. Yeah. This is the first time I've actually seen this screen. Okay, I can't can I reload here? No, I can't reload from the screen. F. Goodbye. Nope, that's it. Guess we failed. That's all we can do. Alright, back in. Let's see. Only sounded once. We have to do the entire game again. Yep, I can't believe that the game, the Ace Attorney just ends here. There's no more. That's crazy. Okay, fine. That's an inference. Button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And there's also, like, how does he know that? Well, I guess he would have heard that testimony. Blackmail letter. Victim mistook the color of the jewel. Okay, let me see what I have. Since I'm not allowed to draw inferences like a logical human being, like, I think it's weird that he, you know, knew about all of this stuff. I mean, I don't think this is important yet. This feels like a later thing. Buzzer went off. 102. You're stealing as directed. Okay, well, to be fair, it's nothing I can present evidence on, so hold on. I have to use my brain. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. Okay. Had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. Like, I want to know more about this, but, like, I don't think he would tell me anything about that. Known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. Okay. Brilliant deduction. Also, what in the heck was your deduction? Thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. Let me take a look at these. Because, like, was this ever given to the police? Oh god, now it's my bad memory coming back to bite me once again. Were these ever given to the police? Because I know that Larry gave it to us. Button did not have any fingerprints on it. I mean, yeah, if he did get the information from the police, then he would have known that this didn't have fingerprints on it. Would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. But why? He never said that. He just said how. I don't think this is gonna give us anything, unfortunately. Like, I personally think it's hard to, you know, mix up the red and blue gem, but, like, you know. Also because I'm pretty sure the tier of Eminon isn't even a diamond. But whatever, fine, honest mistake. Alright, thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. Like, these are known about the date beforehand. I want to know what this is, but I don't know if they'll let me badger him about it. Like, I really don't think that they're gonna let me, which is really unfortunate. I don't want to have to sit through the entire game over sequence if I get it wrong, you see. Also, is this one of those ones where it's like, if I had full health, it would have just knocked out the entire bar? Because I literally can't tell. Oh, as long as I... Okay. Okay, in that case, I want to see what this is. I don't think it'll actually give me anything, though. So, might as well. Because I am curious. I'll test it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this isn't gonna work. Yeah. Okay. Are you sure I can? I don't think I can. I think the theory has been... The theory isn't... Yeah, I know that I can only press one thing, but it's just like, I don't... yeah, no, I'm not allowed to leave. We tested a theory. So... Yeah, there's nothing I can do. No, it's fine. We had to test this theory on a statement that we were pretty sure wouldn't work. So, the theory has been tested. It's fine. We can just go through this again. Listen, curiosity declared the cat guilty. But now we know! Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. I feel like it's not gonna be anything that's like... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell if it was a one-shot sequence because, like, I only have 1 health anyways? Oh, right, I forgot that this would have disconnected. Bleh. Okay, there we go. Okay, you can't tell because of the 1 life. I mean, I would like to think that it would absolutely knock out all of your health for that. Okay. Like, I'm not allowed to badger things, I just have to find a contradiction, is, I believe, what happened. And what he said, it was... how he was there. Proof that he was actually there. If I had to boil it down to 2 statements, it would be this one and this one. And this one was already incorrect. Which, again, I still say is weird that he knows, because, like, the police didn't even know this one, but whatever. Well, I'm crazy. Yeah. Like, these are reasonable, like, deductive statements. Well, technically induction, but beside the point. I mean, I would say it's this one then. Because, like, I wish I could remember if we had given this to anyone else or if it was just that Larry gave it to us. We did present it in trial the previous day. Was something only the killer would have known if they were there? I would say the buzzer, honestly. But, unfortunately, that's not obvious enough. I was so looking forward to it being the buzzer, alas. Keycard and wallet. I'm gonna go back to that one. Probably. The button didn't have any fingerprints on it, which... yeah, we do know that. Police knew about that. And also, why would he be- yeah, this was the other one that I remember I actually pointed out on the first pass, like, how would you know that he was in the outfit? So it was either this one or the wallet keycard thing. I guess this is more of a fact that he said, huh? Because the other one is very much like, we technically have the proof for that, and then this one was- wait, did Ron Delight say this before he came into the room? I can't remember at this point when Atmi came into the room. When did we learn about the outfit? I don't remember. I think that it was before Atmi came into the room? Probably? And this is something we discovered today, while the other... well, not the buzzer. I still think the buzzer is suspicious, but I think it's this one, actually. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's an inference, fine. I would say this one, then, because, like, he didn't... how would he have known if he didn't hear? So. Cross our fingers. I am scared. Mr. Atmi? About this last remark. Dang it! Come on! How would he have not? How would he not have... ah, okay. When did we learn about the outfit? Good question. My bad memory is absolutely getting me murdered out here. Oh, thank goodness. It was the same, so I got scared. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. Okay. What? Mr. Atme. Well, it seems you finally admitted. I still stand by the buzzer thing. This is like me with Great Ace Attorney being like, the glass is suspicious, check the glass for the poison. Oh man. When it was really just a red herring the whole time. Sheesh. That you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. A foolish fool. A foolishly foolish fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. Maybe you should have some water instead of caffeine. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Mask to Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? Oh man, if we were allowed to reload, then yeah, people would have definitely reset, not realizing that they got it right. You're so right for that, actually. That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Ah, I see that he remembers things by, it's like measuring things in, like, esoteric ways. Like football field lengths. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. I'm always wearing this outfit, so... That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. And I forgot you walked in later. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom, being tried as Mask to Mask. So then, enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information?
Well...
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
Then show me your proof.
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out.
Only one?
One way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. A very, very distinguished shadow. A very unique-looking shadow. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, well, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. Yeah?
Who would have guessed? Who's that Pokemon? It's Detective Atme! That's crazy!
I never would have thought. Detective Atme, you saw Mask to Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Just phoned him up and just, what the heck is going on? Is there an earthquake? Is he causing an earthquake?
Take a good look
Everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. Sir, why are you like this?
What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Rhonda Light. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Rhonda Light. He then claimed to be guilty as Mask to Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan. This very, very convoluted plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. Oh, is that Ron?
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me?
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man.
Rhonda Light, don't you dare! Rhonda Light, don't do it.
Besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oh, I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict.
I know you never committed any murder.
That's right, I'm so glad you understand that, but I really am Mask to Mask!
Huh?
So thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy? Oh god, why? There is some real irony going on here, yeah.
Now that you mention it,
Because he technically got off innocent, he doesn't get to be convicted of being— oh my god. I don't think that Desi's gonna be very happy about that. Because she said something about, like, she hates cowards more, so people who, like, dodge the consequences. Oh, oof. I've been careless. Careless? What my careless whispers? What's up with all the saxophones? What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then, Mask to Mask is really innocent. I mean, at the very least, we do know that even though he's technically guilty here, without Luke Atme, the guy's not going to be able to commit any crimes. Also, I think he would genuinely combust if he were to try again, because, like, Desiree's gonna know and he's just gonna melt into a puddle. Oh, the urn? It's fine. It seems so. For now. For now?
now then, this court finds the defendant.
All he has to do is not commit any more crimes. He can do that.
Oh boy, this is really lucky. Oh, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still have Mask to Mask after all.
I mean, that's also true. Oh, I hope that there aren't any copycats out there that'll end up, getting him, That's fine. It should be fine. You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
I guess like 8 months? 7 months? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Kodain channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her. Will you, Phoenix? Of course! Well then, see you around. If Godot suddenly shows up. Mia. Mr. Wright! I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. You somehow managed to squeak by not guilty on both those counts, even though you're technically guilty of one of them. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all this has happened.
Come on, just be happy already.
Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as mask to boot.
How did you find that out? Probably put it together through context. But in exchange, I lost everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. But what if she doesn't hate not sneaky criminals? You're so brazen about your theft, right? I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have had any reason to stay with me. Oh, buddy, no, she actually does like you. It's not just for the money. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Master Mask. Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together.
That's not true, right, Nick?
Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? Well, no, but have you heard about the gold lacquering technique and,
You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
This is definitely one of those one-time things. Just in case, just in case. I can? I, kinda wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together again. Oh, I can just show the pot, right? Because it got broken and repaired. Yeah. Ara. There we go. I realize that the redeems don't show up in chat, so like, in terms of the VOD, I just randomly do these noises. Dang. Well, does it count as kintsugi if pink paint got on there instead of gold? Eh. The sacred urn? Well, Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Ron. Oh, no. I'm gonna say it now. Oh, I see these two redeems.
Ooh, oh, whoa.
Not this time. I'm insane, but for other reasons. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are. Ms. Delight. Oh my god, I see you, redeem.
Ooh.
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you, I appreciate that. But, oh my, are you all redeeming?
Oh, well.
I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Wait until I forget? Oh no. Why are you all plotting now? Hi, more redeems. Ara. Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really mask to mask either.
Miss Delight, well, you seem happy. What are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? You see him. I don't know if he'd be able to stand. Oh, come on. It's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. That's cute in a terrifying way, I think. Like, but didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. A phantom thief who sends a calling card about what he's going to steal and then steals it, well, that's nothing. Like that detective. I mean, it's not even a yandere kind of thing, because, like, she's not, like, getting rid of the competition or anything. Like, I think that if he did, if it was a situation where he had feelings for someone else, I don't think she'd be so brazen about it.
but it's more like she knows how much he cares about her. He literally did all of this for her. So I had no idea you were masked and masked despite him claiming it to her, and then his entire apartment is decked out with plans, costumes. He's just a big fan. He's just his #1 fan. I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them.
Like a man! Just declare all of your crimes before you commit them. I just love a man who's so chivalrous.
Chivalrous?
Oh, I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi. To be fair, this guy, like, he is spineless, but at the same time, he did choose, like, the most brazen way to commit crime and get money and stuff. Like, it was his idea to be a phantom thief. I mean, yeah, no, they work really well together. Desiree. Really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. Oh. I can feel my face going red. Pearly!
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, congratulations! I sensed something was amiss in the atmosphere, so I am here now. Whenever I sense something wrong with romance, I am here! If there is a misunderstanding to be had, I will be there!
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you with another man's wife in front of Mystic Maya?
No, you gotta—
I'll never forgive you, never, ever!
Well. That's it, Phoenix is gone. Wait, did you— Wait! So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness? What? I was joking about the Pearl fights bears thing? How strong is this kid? I think she does actually— No, the strength of 5 bears now. Her genuine bear hands. Oh, time for Phoenix to lose his memory again. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. How many times have I been critically injured but come back to tell the tale? I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of the one that was put back together, even better than before. Aw, that's cute. He's seeing this while he's unconscious. Do you think Maya is this strong, or is it just Pearl? Am1. Yeah, they are numbered. Why is my anime outfit? Huh? Did she, like, get a part-time— Why is there, like, a scouter in the back? Our power level is over 9,000? Question mark? And then there's, like, random back of person's head at in the corner there. Interesting. Well, I think that is a lovely place to end for today. Is she gonna get framed again? Probably. It's not an Ace Attorney case with Maya in it. You know, an Ace Attorney game with Maya in it without a little bit of framing of Maya. Cause, like, it's like at least once per game, right? She was framed in the first game, she was framed in the second game. She got also kidnapped in the second game, but maybe she'll get framed here. I know she gets framed in Spirit of Justice. I do remember that one. So, yeah, no, she's always framed. Maybe they should stop hanging out. I don't know. Actually, no, she gets framed even when he's not there, so never mind. Yeah, it's just tradition at this point. Me. Yeah, I think that is good for today. I can put away the mask to mask conspiracy boards. Now we're back to just one with Godot. Oh, you're going to the airport now. Ooh, how the turntables. Maid outfit went. No. I'm not a brave enough soul for that. Also, I'm a VTuber. I don't know how me wearing a well, I guess making one for this. I'm sure someone can draw it. I'm probably not getting that though. Box routine when the model is gone. There is only a cardboard box, and then it just sounds like a very muffled voice screaming from inside there. All right. Let's. I wonder who we raid. I wonder. Maybe the person who has been here with us the whole time.
Mayhaps.
Sandwich. Yeah, no. It's just Game Changers. But
Let's send y'all over to Rin. I'm probably gonna pop in for like a little bit, I believe, after like a second. I will be back on Friday. I will say I might be late. If I am late, it will be shorter because I'm pretty sure I have my like hard cutoff as per usual now that braiding is back. But I do have a thing that day that ends like right when my stream is supposed to start. So like I shouldn't be that late, but there is like a chance. So, but yeah, I'll be streaming on Friday regardless, even if it's just for like a couple hours. Because Ace Attorney is fun and I want to keep playing. I'm just enabling my addiction, honestly. So, let me send y'all over there. I'll be back on Friday, definitely. For how long? Up in the air. But thank you guys for watching. And I think I've said everything I need to say. Methinks. Unless I have forgotten something dire. Eat your veggies, kids. Whoa! Have a good one, y'all. Bye-bye. Take care.